What if I told you that living on just $100 a day could give you the life you've always wanted, without feeling like you're constantly cutting corners? It may sound impossible, but today I'm going to show you how I manage my life on $100 a day and still find room to save money, enjoy life, and even treat myself to the occasional splurge. So many people think that living on a limited budget means missing out on the best parts of life, but I'm here to show you how that's simply not true. $100 a day might seem tight when you first think about it, but with the right approach, you'll not only cover your expenses, but also learn to save more and spend smarter, all while living a fulfilling, balanced life. The first step in successfully living on $100 a day is understanding how to break down that amount into categories that cover all your needs. The key is organization. When you know exactly where your money is going, you can make every dollar work harder for you. Let's say you have $100 a day to live on. That breaks down to around $3,000 a month. The first thing you need to do is allocate that amount across your essential expenses. Start with the basics: housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, and debt payments. Housing, rent, mortgage, $40 per day. Utilities, water, electricity, gas, internet, $8 per day. Groceries, $12 per day. Transportation, gas, public transport, car payment, $10 per day. Debt payments, savings, $10 per day. That covers the essentials, and we're already at $80 a day. Now, what about the rest? Before you start thinking that there's no room left for fun, don't worry. There's still $20 left, and I'm going to show you how to stretch that $20 to include entertainment, hobbies, and even a little indulgence. Stick with me, and you'll see how you can still enjoy life without overspending. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to live on a tight budget is cutting out all the things they enjoy. While that may sound good in theory, in practice, it leads to burnout. So instead of cutting out all your wants, let's prioritize them. You have $20 left per day after covering your essential needs, and this is where you can get creative. Think about the things that truly bring you joy and start there. Maybe it's grabbing a coffee with friends, subscribing to your favorite streaming service, or treating yourself to a little dessert. The point is, don't deprive yourself. Just be smart about where that $20 goes. For example, I might use that $20 to $5 on a nice coffee once a week, $10 for an outing or activity once or twice a week, like a cheap movie night or an outdoor event, $5 saved for a special treat once a month, like a dinner out or a new book. By prioritizing your spending, you're still able to enjoy life without blowing your budget. It's all about balance, not restriction. And here's where the magic happens. You're going to realize that by budgeting this way, you actually feel more freedom. Yes, more freedom. Why? Because when you know your limits, you stop feeling guilty about spending on things that matter to you. Keep watching, and I'll show you how I use this $20 to make life fun without sacrificing financial security. One of the best ways to make your $100 a day budget work is by learning to grocery shop smarter. Food can easily become a budget buster if you're not careful, but with a little planning, you can feed yourself well without overspending. Start by creating a meal plan for the week. This helps you avoid impulse buys and stick to your budget. Shop for generic brands. Buy in bulk when it makes sense, and always compare prices. Apps like Ibotta and Fetch offer cash back on groceries, which can add up over time. I've found that sticking to a weekly grocery budget of $12 per day or $84 per week is doable if you're strategic. Here's a quick breakdown of how I spend that. Proteins, $25 per week, chicken, eggs, beans. Veggies and fruits, $20 per week, frozen and fresh options. Grains and bread, $15 per week. Pasta, rice, oats. Snacks and miscellaneous, $10 per week. Dairy alternatives, $14 per week. Milk, cheese, yogurt. By planning ahead and sticking to a list, you'll be amazed at how much you can save without sacrificing quality or nutrition. You might be wondering, how do I manage to keep my grocery bill so low while still eating well? It's easier than you think, and I'm about to show you some tips that will save you hundreds over the course of a year. Trust me, you'll never look at your grocery list the same way again. Let's talk about frugal fun. Just because you're living on $100 a day doesn't mean you have to give up entertainment and hobbies. It's all about finding low-cost or free ways to enjoy your time. One of my favorite strategies is taking advantage of free community events, whether it's an outdoor concert, a free museum day, or a local farmer's market. Another way to save is by using deal apps like Groupon for discounts on dining out or experiences. For example, I've managed to enjoy everything from weekend getaways to fun night outs with friends by finding discounts and offers. Don't underestimate the value of doing a little research before you spend. Also, library memberships can be a goldmine. Many libraries offer not just free books, but also free access to movies, music, and even online courses. And don't worry, I'm not suggesting you give up all luxuries. Keep watching because I'll share how you can indulge in affordable luxuries without breaking your budget. Spoiler, you don't have to miss out on anything you love, even on $100 a day. Even on a tight budget like $100 a day, saving money should still be a priority. One of the best ways to ensure you're consistently saving is by adopting a save first mentality. This means setting aside a portion of your income for savings before you start spending on anything else. Let's say you save $10 a day. That's $300 a month or $3,600 a year. You can automate this process by setting up an automatic transfer from your checking account into a high-yield savings account every payday. By saving first, you're building a financial safety net that protects you from unexpected expenses down the road. And trust me, when those moments hit, you'll be glad you set aside that extra cash. Finally, one of the biggest lessons I've learned from living on $100 a day is the power of minimalism. It's not just about cutting back, but about focusing on the things that bring you the most joy. When you embrace minimalism, you're less likely to overspend on things that don't add value to your life. Minimalism doesn't mean deprivation. It means eliminating clutter and unnecessary expenses so that you can spend your money on what really matters. Whether that's a vacation, a hobby, or just the peace of mind that comes from being financially secure. The secret? By the end of this video, you'll feel more empowered, not deprived. Living on $100 a day can actually bring you more freedom than you ever thought possible. Living on $100 a day doesn't have to mean living a life of constant sacrifice. With the right strategy, you can cover your essentials, save for the future, and still enjoy the things that make life fun and fulfilling. From smart grocery shopping to prioritizing your wants and embracing minimalism, you'll learn how to make every dollar work harder for you. By breaking your budget down into manageable daily chunks and focusing on what truly matters, you'll find that it's not about how much money you have, it's about how you use it. With just a few smart choices, you'll feel more in control of your finances and more confident in your ability to live a full, rewarding life on a limited budget. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more tips for living well on a budget. And I'd love to hear from you. How do you manage your budget? What strategies have worked for you? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going.